Good evening. The Who's today were on at Canterbury Park. It was a hopeless meeting for a start. There was no one there. Um, the track was given out dead after the fourth race, upgraded to good, and the rail was 6 metres out. I thought the track was on the worst side of good. The sting was definitely out of the ground. There was a light nor'easterly blowing. Didn't have any effect on the runners today, and the first led all the way on the fence, and then after that I started to think, the second winner led all the way, but after that the second race I started to think to myself, was the fence a little bit iffy? But along came race 6, the second last, the 1900 metre race, of course, and Blurred Vision led all the way, tied up against the fence, got a very easy lead, and so I suppose there was nothing wrong with the fence. Now, going back to this first race, well, the figures here all day were absolutely hopeless, and the fluck, well, the fluck is just is ridiculous, isn't it? They said there was 102.4 on the screen for the robots. There was 10 less in the marketplace, 92%. The first winner, it opened up $3.20, Laser Flash, and it was taken actually into about $2.90, but then it got slowly up to as much as $3.70. It might have been $3.80 given, but $3.70 on the fence, and started $3.20 hard to get. It led all the way in a field of 5. There were only 5 people there by the same token. Now the next runner, Paso del Prado, it didn't have a price. It went from opening up $3 favourite, it started $4.20. Sea of Change, now they returned Sea of Change and the Best Luck as $4.80. Well, I was $6 on the outside ring, and it was $6 on the fence when they jumped. It was $4 to $6, didn't have a price. You could lay D La Dilo at $14 at one stage, but it started $15. And Jordan, they took $4 to $5 early into about $4.40, but it started $4.60. Around about 92 given, and the winner led all the way, as I say, Laser Flash, a little bit too strong for La Dilo, who came from last in the field of 5 to be beaten 1 1/4 length. They all had their chance. The second race, another field of 5, and by this time there were about 10 people at the track. And in the marketplace, they said there was 104.4, but only 97% in the marketplace. This is how the flux went. Maximilian was $3.20 to $3 at one stage, but started $3.60, got it back out to $3.60. Complicate, bookies reached for it after opening up a $2.30 favourite, got out to as much as $2.80, and it was into at one stage $2.40, but got back out to start $2.60. More leverage, the visitor from the Tim Martin train runner, who was said to be, if it jumped, would try and lead. Well, it did jump, but it couldn't lead. Hit the rail a couple of times. It was $5 out to $5.50 given, back into $5. Casual Choice, it went from $5 out to as much as $9, starting only about a $7 chance. And Triple King was $30 or $21 out to $31. No good at all. And this went straight to the lead. Complicate. Once it found the lead and coming to the turn, it was quite obvious all the others were off the bit chasing it, and it went away and it won by 2 1/4 lengths. Sitting second was Casual Choice, and it finished up running second. Down the back straight, Maximilian, the second pick, it couldn't get in, was trapped 3 wide momentarily for a furlong and a half, and that didn't help it, but by the same token, it wouldn't have beaten the winner. Now, race 3, have a look at this. This is a doozy here. Put this in your sock and whatever they say. 94.5 on the screen. On the screen, 94.5. Oh, the robots will call the fraud squad. Only 89% in the marketplace. Just imagine if they were in the marketplace. They go home with their socks on. Now, in this race, these were the flux. All Cerise went from $3.50 out to $4, starting $2.60 favourite, had every possible chance sitting outside the lead. Aztec Rose from an $8.50 chance out to 15 taken back into 14. Devil Miss $10 out to 21 back into 19. Hot, what's it called? Hotify, 100 out to 201. Phil's Folly, 21 out to 51 back into 41. Now Sammy's Girl, it didn't have a price, or it did have a price at big odds after opening at $3.50. It got out to as much as $7. It started that price. They took $7 at one stage, but it was quickly back to the $7. Sammy's Girl didn't have a price. Serious Fun, very well backed. As much as $17 given, only started about a $9.50 chance. Saritza, very hard to lay, went up the favourite at around about the $3 mark, 2-1 a field favourite, and it started $4.60. And the winner, Vocalise, it opened up $9 and got out to as much as 13 and only started $10, extremely well backed. And it got a suck behind the leader on the fence. When they turned for home, Saritza led on the fence, as I said, with All Cerise on the south side. Trap 3 wide was Aztec Rose. And when they turned for home, Corey Brown on the winner, he was able to get a split in between All Cerise and Aztec Rose, who hung slightly, or just got through between them very easily. And halfway down the straight, the leading pair looked as if they'd fight it out, but just in the last few hops, it was a little bit too strong. The winner Vocalise, and it won by 0.8 of a length, and 1.1 lengths. Running third was the favourite All Cerise, both having every chance. There are a couple of runners, as I said, that got trapped wide: Aztec Rose, Phil's Folly, and Devil Miss, who was trapped very wide in the run. So you can forget their runs or add a little bit for them. But the winner was a little bit too strong at the finish. It was a hopeless race bookmaking wise, 89% given only in the marketplace. Race 4, where's the difference here? They said there was 103.2 on the screen. I only got to about 91 in the marketplace. These were the flux. Lisa Lost It, $4.60 to $6. Secret Delight didn't have a price, $4.60 to $7.50. Here to Princess, $6.50 out to $8 given, started $6.50. Now the winner, Quick's the Word, who led on the fence. So here is another leader that did win. Quick's the Word, led on the fence, hung very bad, well not very badly, but about 4 to 5 horses off the fence under pressure at the end of the race to just hold on. It opened up a $5 chance and got out to as much as $7.50, Quick's the Word, believe it or not, and came in and started $5. I'm Mary 2, who was declared a non-runner, was $12 out to $15. In Top Gear, it was $10 out to was $10 taken into $9.50. Urania Crown, 26 out to 51, back into 41. Maribel, you wouldn't see it. I suppose it's hard to count it, but there was $6.50 given on the fence early in the piece, but plenty of $5.50. But the $6.50 to $5.50 taken, and it started $4 favourite. Tough Justice, 26 out to 101, and Spellbinding, who came from last to just fail by 0.1 of a length, would have been a big result for the captains. 31 out to 51, back into $41 late. And as I say, it was declared a non-runner. I'm Mary 2. There was a bit of thought that when I'm Mary 2, when the starter was just about to press the button, lunged forward and knocked open the gates, which caused a chain reaction, all the gates open, but it wasn't the case. It did lunge forward, hurt its nose in doing so, and went back. But as it went forward, in that split second, the starter pressed the button and it was going back, and it just stayed in the barriers and took no part. The attendant did have hold of it when it came back. So it was declared a non-runner. And as I said, it led all the way, quick's the word. Trap 3 wide in this race was Urania Crown. All the others seemed to have their chance. As I said, the 40 to 1 chance came from last to only fail by 0.1 of a length. A funny little race. Race 5, they said again, 103.4 on the screen, but I only got to about 95 or 96 in the marketplace. These were the flux. Chow, I had a bad result on this race. How is it going to win Chow? It went from $7 out to $12, back into 10. Very hard to get. Might have even started a little bit less. Agon, very hard to lay Agon. It's $4.60 out to $6.50, back into 6. Christy Lee didn't have a price, $3.50 out to $4.80. Angel B, when it was $5 into $4.60. Harlem Shuffle, it was backed. It was $11 out to 15, back into 12. Fandom was backed at $15, but it started that price. 4 Tracks for Kids. After opening 12, got out to 16, back into about 12, well backed. It did get held up, not very badly, but it should have finished a bit closer. Great Dansaw, it had every chance to let on the fence. $12 taken, but started that price. And Diamonds of Dubai, at 14 and 13 killed for at one stage, but started $14. Sitting midfield in 6th position, Chow, one off the fence, outside Christy Lee. They turned for home. It was able to move up fairly easily, Chow, and coming off its back and running second, tailing it all the way was Agon, but it was Chow safely held it to the post. It beat it by a length, and having every chance after sitting in the 1-1 position was Angel B. It was 3 1/4 lengths away, back in 3rd position. I think the form there, those 3-year-old fillies, is fairly ocean liner. Race 6, 99.4 on the screen for the robots. Fraud Squad's on its way. 96% only in the marketplace. These were the flux. Didn't have a price. Charleston Lady. They said they were going to ride it quieter, and they did. It settled down in 3rd last position. It went from $6 out to $10. Flight of Pegasus, $8 out to 11, back into 10. Brave Ali, 7 out to 11, back into 10, back out to 11. The Shooter, $7 out to $9, back into $8.50. Dolphy's Boy, 26 into 17. My Highlight didn't have a price. You won't see it in the flux. It was $10. I was $15 the last 5 minutes of betting. Didn't strike it for a blow. Wish it would have got the cash. Burnout, $7 out to $10, back into 9. Quizzed started the favourite. Extremely well backed. $5.50 into $3.60 we had Quizzed. The pros had 2 or 3 good 3 plates of Quizzed, and it settled back in the field. It copped a little bit of a check at the start and in the run, but it wouldn't have won even if that didn't happen. Our Girl Charlize, $8 out to 14, back into 13. It got squashed in between runners turning for home, made a little difference, found the line all right. Blurred Vision led all the way, $8 out to 11, back into 10, but back out to 11. And Dubai Ruler, 31 out to 51. As I say, it led all the way. I think the form in this race is very Kleiner. They raced in pairs, tailed off, were well back, not tailed off, but the last 3 place getters in this race, Charleston Lady, in the run, Charleston Lady to be ridden back, and what it was, and of course Burnout and Our Girl Charlize had no pace whatsoever. Our Girl Charlize was checked at the start, but it would have been back in last position anyway, or maybe could have been in front of Burnout, but they were extremely well backed, back in the field. When they hit the line, there was 5.9 lengths between first and second. No hard luck stories, and I think the form is fairly ordinary. And in the last, just to top it off, the Fraud Squad had arrived. They arrested all the bookies. They say you can't be giving your money away like this. It's not allowed. 98.4% on the screen and 96% only in the marketplace. These were the fluctuations. Definite Choice only went from $9 to 21, didn't have a price. Calvo, It was $14 taken early into 12, but started about $14 or $15. Black Jag, after $8 was given in the outer, plenty of 750 on the fence. It only started 650. Dream Choice opened up 550, got to 10, but started 9. Mashkador started the clear favourite. It went up $4, got out to $4.60, but started only $3.50. Mashkador. Swift Judgment, it didn't have a price, although if you went, they took 650. It went from $4.60 out to $6.50, back into $6. Toffler, the winner, it was extremely well backed, $6 into $4.80. Zeus didn't have a price, $10 to 17, and Seta Rocks 31 to 51, back into 41. And thanks to Corey Brown being able to slot in on the winner, Toffler, down the back straight. As Mark Sheen, it looked as if when they flattened out, when they got onto the straight course in the back straight, it could have been trapped 3 wide with Mashkador and who was the runner, and Dream Choice, just kicking up inside him. But Jenny Duggan on Dream Choice eased, and when she did, Corey was able to catwalk Corey. He was able to slot in to the 1-1 position, more or less halfway up the back straight, and get a good run into the turn where he hooked around the leader's heels. Coming from second last on the fence was Swift Judgment, having every possible chance, ridden by horseman Huey Bowman, easing off heels. And coming from last, coming wide on the turn, was the third place getter, Black Jag, also more or less having its chance as well. Run the race again. The betting would be different, because Mashkador most certainly wouldn't start favourite. It pulled a little bit on its rider. First, second, and third and fourth place getters, they would be the 4 in order of betting, and possibly a little bit shorter, the second and the third and the fourth horses than what they started. That was about the betting, and that was about the day. It was a tough school for the simple reason there were no punters there besides the pros, and the bookies giving losing figures in most races, with plenty of runners unlayable and plenty of runners that greeted the judge first were found by the pros and their followers. So we'll see what happens over the weekend, and I'll talk to you later on. Good evening.